Okay, so this is the second video in my series today on the good, the sad, and the funny. And this one is definitely sad. I mean, people are taking initiative, but it's sad that they have to. So, what am I talking about? Women and trans people are stockpiling abortion pills and hormones in the wake of Trump's victory. Because even though people claim that Trump isn't going to stop abortions, he's going to try to stop abortions. And of course, there's this huge anti-trans movement. I mean, there was so much anti-trans crap that the Trump campaign put out that they're going after trans people. I mean, they were doing that before. So let's get to the article. Reproductive and gender-affirming healthcare providers are seeing triple-digit increases in orders and inquiries following Donald Trump's election to a second term. Clearly, people are trying to plan for the reproductive apocalypse that we anticipate will be happening under a Trump presidency. Eliza Wells, co-founder of abortion pill finder site Plan C, told The Guardian. The site saw a 625% increase in traffic following the election results. Aid Access ships out Aid Access ships out 9,000 abortion pills a month as the top buy-mail supplier in the United States. As news of Trump's victory spread, the group received 5,000 requests in less than 12 hours. I can see all the new requests ticking in as we're talking, Rebecca Gompertz, founder of the group, told The Guardian in a phone call from Paris, where the group is based. We've never seen this before. While Trump claims he doesn't support a national abortion ban, his laissez-faire, leave-it-to-the-states approach shifts responsibility for curtailing reproductive freedoms to his MAGA supporters and red state officials. Throttling access to abortion pills, which account for the majority of abortions in the U.S., is one way they'll do it. And let's face it, because Trump wants to prosecute his political enemies, and that's actually being kind, maybe there won't be any Democratic governors of states. And if there's no Democratic governors, no Democratic legislatures, it could be a de facto ban without it being something that the federal government does, because all states will be run by Republicans. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No. At least, but then again, I didn't think Trump would be reelected. I thought people were smarter than that. So it's either smarter or, not assholes. But apparently we're either a country of really stupid people or really horrible people. Or it could be both. Anyway, moving on. One tactic could be enforcing the Comstock Act, a 19th century law named for an anti-vice crusader that criminalizes the transport of pornography, contraceptives, and abortifacients through the mail. The zombie law could be resurrected in the aftermath of the Dobbs decision. Now, for those who don't know what a zombie law is, it just is basically a law that's on the books that nobody actually uses. Nobody actually invokes these acts, even though they are still technically on the books. So, yeah. Women are smart, says Cynthia Plotch, co-founder of Winx, another telehealth site. We see what is coming and we are protecting ourselves. Now, I question the women are smart thing because many women voted for Trump. So, how smart are these women exactly? Online women's health provider Wisp said it had tripled its usual daily sales of emergency contraception by noon on Wednesday. They saw the same order increases for bulk Plan B packs. New patient requests soared as well. Now, the only problem I have with this stocking up, which I understand why, but how long do these pills, how long are they good for? How long before they expire? I mean, it's great that you're taking the initiative, but aren't you just going to prevent other people from getting them because you have them because you might need them and then just dispose of them when they expire? I'm really curious. This is a genuine question. Not that I'm questioning anybody's motives. I just seems odd to me that people, because let's face it, pregnancies don't happen that often. At least I wouldn't think. Unless you're one of those unlucky ones who are incredibly fertile, a la Carla in Cheers. So unless you're one of those people, I just don't see why you need to stock up. I mean, yeah, have a few, but I don't consider that stocking. I don't know. Online women's health. I read that already. Telehealth site Hey Jane's request for birth control doubled, and Winx sold 6 times their usual orders for Plan B by Wednesday afternoon. And for those who think, oh, they're not going to come after birth control, yeah, you were also trying to tell us that they're not coming for abortion either, that they're not going to overturn Roe v. Wade. Hell, the very Supreme Court justices who overturned it said they weren't going to overturn it. So trans people face the same threat in maintaining their health care in an era more overtly hostile to their existence after Trump and MAGA allies made the demonization of trans people central to their campaigns this year. Not that people needed their help to vilify trans people. Trump has vowed to ban biological men from women's sports, and officials in state after state are going after anyone associated with gender-affirming care for trans youth. And actually, I did one video, but I could have done more, of doctors in Texas that are being dragged in front of a judge, being sued because they dare to provide gender-affirming care. Even though gender-affirming care is something that cis people get too. I mean, ask any woman who's hit menopause and is taking hormones. That is literally gender-affirming care. But because she's cis, nobody bats an eye. Anyway. So, and biological men. Yes, they are biological men. However, that doesn't mean that they are men. They are male, yes, but they are taking hormones. They are on estrogen. And for those who no longer have testes, they're not even getting access to testosterone, which cis women do have some. And like I said, I don't know biology well enough to know where that comes from for women. So I'm not sure. Like I said, there have been studies done about about trans women who've undergone male puberty. So I don't know how much of that affects trans women, but you know, it's a very bizarre take to tell people that hormones don't do anything, because women are women because of estrogen in their bodies. And it's just a weird flex that people are basically poo-pooing what estrogen does to the body. It's just very bizarre, especially from other women. Anyway, telehealth site QueerDoc has seen a big influx of inquiries from trans patients concerned about their access to estrogen, testosterone, and hormone-blocking drugs. Dr. Crystal Beal, who runs the site, said the service has been advising patients to stock up on as much of their hormone treatment as state law and their insurance coverage will allow. Again, I don't know what the expiration date is on any of these medications, but at least in the case of trans people, this is something that they need on a, I don't know, daily, weekly, monthly, I don't know how often they need to give themselves these hormones. So it's a regular thing, so I don't worry so much about expiration dates because it's being used. Unlike the abortion pills, which, unless they're Plan B pills, and so you just take them every time you have sex, after you have sex, that I could understand, but abortion pills don't work unless you know that you're pregnant. So, yeah. She said QueerDoc sent a message to patients on Wednesday morning reminding them that in the face of uncertainty, trans people have always been here and we will continue to persist. All right, so that is the end of that article. So yeah, it's a scary time for a lot of people, but I hope that those of you who need special care, whether it be you're a woman of childbearing age who needs access to abortion pills, or you're a trans person who's on hormones. And for those who are questioning, well, duh, aren't they all? If you're in school, if you're under 18, you're socially transitioning, but you're probably not on hormones yet, unless your gender dysphoria is really out of control. So that's why I say trans people on hormones, because not all of them are. They're either too young and socially transitioning, or they can't afford it. But if you are on hormones, I hope you are able to get access to the hormones, whether it be stocking up like some people are suggesting, or that you have some type of avenue to access these drugs. I don't know if you're able to access these drugs from other countries. I don't know how that works, because these are medications that are prescribed. So I really don't know how it works, but I do hope that everyone is able to get the care that they need, because this is just bullshit that you might end up having to go underground just to get the care you need, simply because assholes are in charge. So anyway, with that, I will see you guys in the next video.